Oh, World Tank Blitzers, it's a Littlefinger. Happy October 15th. And yes, time for another store review. And I've got several tanks to talk about, which is exciting. Wanted to first just discuss the Battle Pass. $5 gets you the Titan tank, which I did the full tank review on. So if you're interested in knowing about this tank, please check out that review. It's a fun little tier 6 light tank, copies the Chaffee and AMX, but disappointed in its acceleration, top speed, and the 2.5 seconds between shells on the 3 shell autoloader. But for $5 for a battle pass, if you can get all the levels done, you're going to get 3,000 gold plus this tank. It's really a good deal. So I also have a pop-up offer, which is currently the best deal right now. 16,000 gold. Have to fill it up by getting victories in battles. So once this is full, then you can claim this for 20 bucks, which is 800 gold per dollar. Your value amount might change. So just do the math there and see if it is a good deal for you as well. Yeah, we have the Centurion here because we're going to talk about this guy in store. So I'm going to skip over the offers section. Just point out here 20 bucks to skip 25 levels in the battle pass, or $5 for the battle pass by itself. I think all of this is further down in the store, but in case it's not, they've added 4 items here that you can buy with these seasonal coins that you're currently getting now for winning battles in ratings. Trying to make ratings, I guess, more users, but you've got 2 tanks here, the PZ4S, that's 8,000, and the German Bulldog Cruel Twist here at 16,000. So a few other smaller ones here, you can just get some boosters or premium time there. So nice to be able to use those seasonal coins. Now, let's hopefully get through everything here in a little bit more orderly fashion than the offers, which just throws everything at you there. So I have not been a fan of these breakthrough all out attack strong push, and here's why. 2,500 gold gets you 14 days plus all of these premium times. For me, I think it's a better deal to spend 2,000 gold, saving 500, and get 30 days of premium, which is how much it sells for by itself. If you come in over 30 days, I promise you, if you open up all of your free containers and your mission containers and your clan containers that you get just for finishing your missions, you'll end up with more boosters than that for over $30. Plus, you're going to come away with a lot more silver from winning battles. So to me, I think this is kind of a waste of gold. And that's just my personal feelings, of course. So Triumphant Power, in the past, this has been a really good deal. Why? Well, you'll see, well, for one, and it's not included in this, they have oftentimes included 500 gold boosters, which really puts this gold number up higher. But even still, without the gold boosters, you're looking at 375 gold per dollar, which if you've used up all of your 2x gold boosters, this is probably one of the better ways to get gold, including the fact that you're going to get 100 days of premium time. But if you still have those 2x boosters sitting in your garage, I think I'd rather see you use that than this offer, which does not include those 500 gold boosters that it has in the past. Think they might have exchanged the 6 million credits for the 500 gold boosters there, to be honest with you. And you can see as you go down, you're only at 350 gold here. So the further down, the lower amount you pay, the less gold per dollar you're going to get. Again, I'd skip over buying boosters for gold just straight up. I'd much rather have you have the premium time. I'm starting to feel like a broken record here than just going and buying the booster. So let's talk about tanks. We've got the Valentine II here. Interesting to note that this tank, if you decide to sell it, sells for 1,500 gold. Also in this offer is 50 gold boosters, which is going to bring you somewhere between 500 and 1,000 gold. So I typically just go in the middle there at 750, bringing this deal to 560-ish gold per dollar. If you just buy and sell this, then you're also taking the 7 times boosters. The automatic applies if the tank does not have any other. So I was just looking to see if that says that it's only for the Valentine, but it doesn't appear to be so. So you end up with a garage slot there. So that is a good deal if you're looking just to spend a few bucks on the game and pull in over 500 gold per dollar. So if we look now, we've got 11 days left on this offer, which has the Centurion Mk, which is a really strong tank. As you can see with the really sloped frontal armor, it's got nice hull armor. It's got a very accurate gun. It is fast firing, low damage, which to me is a negative. But you have to be on target quite a bit with this tank in order to maximize your damage per minute numbers. So unlike the Defender, where you can go in there and get a burst of shells in on your target and kind of hide for a minute, this one, obviously, you have to keep peeking and shooting. But it is a very strong tank, don't get me wrong. But I do have a little asterisk next to this that I'll talk about in 1 second. The other tank in this bundle here is the T95E2, very much along the Pershing line of tanks. You've got decent mobility, decent armor. It's a good gun. It is fairly accurate. I'm still playing this from time to time as I'm still looking to get the ace in it. But this deal comes with the camo for the Mark 5.1. So it's an interesting choice of 2 tanks. I don't think you're going to be playing the T95E2 that much, but you will the Centurion Mark 5.1. Now, to the asterisk, and you've noticed that we've talked about the Progetto and we've talked about the Action X. There is a rumor floating around that next month there is going to be another free event, and you get to choose one of these 3 tanks. So, if you're one of these people sitting on the fence that has 1 or 2 of the tanks and you want to try to pick up the 3rd one, I believe it's going to be available in an event coming up in November. The event might be a little bit more difficult than the 50 TP event that we just went through, and may require you to put down a little bit of gold, but I guarantee you it's going to be less than the 10,500 for the tank alone, or I should say 8,500 for the tank alone. So just keep that in mind. I'm expecting there to be some upset Blitz players when they've just purchased these tanks because they've been in store, and then a couple weeks later there's an event to get it for free. But it's just a rumor. I don't know it to be confirmed yet. The Turtle Mark 1, I'm pretty sure I did a review on this tank. If not, maybe I should go ahead and get that done in a week, in less than a week, maybe this weekend. It's certainly not as good as its tier 10 brother, but as far as AT tanks go, it plays better than those, just because, as you can see, you don't have that big old tumor of a turret, cupola, whatever you want to call it, sitting up on top. It does lack its speed, but the armor is quite nice, and it's got a nice hard-hitting gun. Interesting to note that this one comes with 3 mystery boxes, certificate for random tank with a 5% drop chance in here. So you'll just get a certificate here, and then when you open the certificate, you don't know what tank you're going to get, but you guaranteed a tank, and that's only 5% that you get that certificate. But you're going to come away with some gold and some premium time, it looks like, otherwise, if you don't get a tank. So That's 15,000 gold. We've only seen this for sale once before, so the price is rather high at the moment. I would say wait, let the price come down. You know that this number here should be 8,500 at the highest. So there's over 4,000 gold that should come off of this tank if you have the patience to wait for it. And like I said, the Progetto and the Emil, only 1 day left. So this will be going away today. So jump on it if you want two really good tanks with different play styles. And that's what I love in bundles, getting tanks that you will play frequently with different play styles. And, I talked about it the last two reviews. So there should be enough information out there. Progetto, one of the best tier 8 medium tanks. With its auto reloading gun active, I should say. So you don't have to worry about when do I reload and when all that stuff. Decent mobility and nice turret armor. Same for the Emil. It's got decent mobility for heavy, especially when you compare it to its tech tree variant. Has higher pen than its tech tree variant, but a lot less armor. And that caught me off guard at first when I started playing it. But once you learn how to play it like more of a hide and peekaboom with your 3-shot auto loader, then it becomes a better playing tank for sure. And then finally, the Action X here with all of its camo, 12,500. So that I'm not going to really talk about the other tanks. We discussed these last week. Go watch that video if you want to hear about those tanks. And again, here is the gold for 2 times the amount that it normally is. Again, my understanding from commenters on my videos is that once you've purchased this, it goes away and comes back at the regular value. So just keep that in mind as well. And here is that 2,000 gold for 30 days. Which to me, I'd rather spend that than 2,500 gold for 15 days in that previous bundle and get boosters. And remember, here's your free containers. Make sure that you're opening these when they become available. There'll be a little gift icon down here. And this is the way to increase your boosters without having to spend any money. We do have the LT432 in containers still. There's probably one floating around in your store for 3 containers for $5 or something. I've opened that a couple times now and have struck out on the tank. It does have charms, but if you're really unlucky, like I seem to have been, you're gonna have to drop over $100 to get this tank. And for a light, let's pull it up so we can look at it here. For a tier 8 Soviet light tank, it's not worth the early investor cost. Let's wait for it to come back where it's not in crates. And of course it will probably in a couple months or so. I guess the lockbox events going on, I really haven't been paying attention to that. Did want to point out that if you do buy these lockbox keys to open the lockboxes that you've got for winning battles, you can hold on to them for future events, or you can sell them for 300 gold each. Obviously, that's not a great way to convert dollars to gold. But I just did want to point that out that, if you bought 5 of them and in the second container you got the tank, which is the T22 medium in the current event, you'd still have 3 keys left over. You can hold on to them or convert them back to 600 gold or something. So, or 900, whatever it is. So anyway, we've got surprise containers. This is an opening container, so you get another container so you can open that container and find out that you probably didn't get a tank. As you can see, the drop chances looks like they're all 5% now. Thought for a while here that they had dropped the tier 10 tanks down to like 3 or 2.5%, but it looks like once you buy this container here, you open it, you'll get one of these randomly, and then you'll get a 5% drop chance to get that tank. So not very exciting. If you've got a lot of premiums already, you've got a much higher chance of pulling a crate of a tank that you already have. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. So, again, that's it for the store, guys. Hope you have a great weekend. And remember to get educated. No, fingered. Littlefinger out.